Dear student, this year I am taking you to mathematics. I given the number system notes in the last classes. In that, you know the meaning of different type of numbers. In that, one number is irrational number. You know the meaning of irrational number. The number, it cannot be written in the form of p by q, and q is a integer, and that is there. As well as non-terminating, non-recurring decimals, they are all called as irrational numbers. For example, you know the value of root 2. That root 2 value is equal to 1.4, etc., etc., etc. This type of numbers are called as non-terminating, non-recurring decimals. For example, one number is there 2.3567, etc., etc. See, in this no repetition at all. After the decimal, the numbers are continuation, and no repetition, they are called as non-terminating, non-recurring decimal numbers. That is the meaning of irrational numbers. Now, here one lesson is there, that is exercise number 1.2. In that third problem is there. Remaining what is there, I given the notes, I think you understand that one. In that, representing irrational number on a number line. I am showing that one in this class. First listen and see how I am representing irrational number on a number line. Now, first irrational number I am taking, that is root 2. Locate root 2 on a number line. In your exercise, locate root 5 on a number line is there. But root 2, root 3, root 4, root 5, without that, root 4 is not an irrational number. We are doing that one. Without root 2, root 3, root 3, you cannot understand how to represent root 5 on a number line. Therefore, I am starting with the root 2. See here, root 2 is an irrational number because after point that number is there. 4, etc., etc., etc. is there. It is non-terminating, non-recurring decimal number. Now, I am showing how to represent root 2 on a number line. Now, look here first, then you can do it in the notes yourself and write down, listen properly. Now here see, locate root 2 on a number line. Now here I written one scale, it's a scale, that is write down full scale with the help of your scale. In that I taken one midpoint, anywhere you can take it. Then after that, in your scale, 1 centimeter is there, 2 centimeter, like that. But if you take 1 centimeter, you will get a small figure. Instead of that, we need, if you take small figure, you will not understand clearly. Therefore, what you have to do it, take a point like this. Now take one point, is the middle of the straight line. It is considered as 0. After that, you take 2 centimeter. Did you understand? 2 centimeter, that is considered as, it is 2 centimeter, it is considered as 1. Understood? Then next is 2 centimeter, that is also considered as 2 centimeter, that is equal to 1. See, the distance between all these are same. I am telling one, if you take 1 centimeter, you cannot understand the figure or you cannot get the figure clearly. That's why 2 you can consider as 1 unit. Now I am writing that is equal to, see, from 0 to 1, this is equal to 1 unit. It is actually in your scale 2 centimeter. Now this is also 1 unit, this is also 1 unit. And this side, see, this is also 1 unit, 1 unit and 1 unit. But this is, we know that after 0 all are positive numbers, and less than 0 all are negative numbers. Okay, then after what I am doing, at the point 1 is there, this is considered as A. Okay, from 0 to A, how much? 1 unit, but in your scale it is 2 centimeter. Now with the help of protractor, I am measuring 90 degree exactly. Keep it your protractor on A, that is from 0 to A. I am taking, that is equal to, I am measuring A from point A I am measuring 90 degree. Okay, then after that draw a line on that. It is 90 degree line. You can draw big line, no problem. This is only actually 90 degree line. Then what I am doing, with the help of compass, I am taking once again 1 unit, that is equal to 2 centimeter. See, this one measurement, and from the point A I am drawing arc on 90 degree line. See, this is 90 degree line. This measurement is equal to 1 unit from the point A. Did you get idea? See here, I cannot write in the compass, therefore I am writing like this. Now see, this is equal to 1 centimeter only, mean 2 centimeter, that is equal to 1 unit. Okay, then see here, this is equal to, that is also 1 unit. The measurement from this point is equal to B. From here to here the distance is 1 unit. Then join O and B. Join O and B. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? O and B. Now we don't know the measurement of OB. OB ಬೆಲೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. Now see, this one, it is a triangle. It is right angle triangle. At the point A, this is 90 degree. OAB is a right angle triangle. We are using, for right angle triangle, we are using Pythagoras theorem. You know, I think it was there in 7th standard, but you are learning that one in 10th standard. First I will say the meaning of Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is applicable for right angle triangle only. See, that is, I am stating the statement of the theorem. In a right angle triangle, square of the hypotenuse, this is called as hypotenuse. You know the meaning of hypotenuse. The side which is opposite to the right angle is called as hypotenuse. Therefore, OB is hypotenuse. Square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. We know that here 3 sides are there. Now it is a right angle triangle. I am writing that one here. See, this is in triangle OAB. Angle A is equal to 90 degree. It is right angle triangle. Hypotenuse is OB. OB square. Square of the hypotenuse is equal to, other two sides are there, no? Square of that, AB square plus OA square. See, in triangle OAB, angle A is 90 degree, OB is hypotenuse. Square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. Now I am substituting the values. See here, I don't know the value of OB, but we know the value of AB. AB I consider as 1 unit, therefore is equal to 1 square, plus OA I am taken as 1 unit, that is also 1 square. Therefore, now we know that 1 square is equal to 1 plus 1. Then we will add it, this is equal to 2. OB square is equal to 2. But I want the value of OB. We know that how to remove this square root. Then therefore write down square root both sides. For LHS and RHS, that is like this. Okay. Now this square and square root gets cancelled. Therefore OB is equal to root 2. Therefore OB value is equal to root 2. This value I am representing on a number line with the help of compass. Now take it this compass. O has a center. O has a center. OB has a radius. Draw semicircle. That circle is passing through like this. See, O has a center. O has a center. OB has a radius. ಈ ಬೋರ್ಡು ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಹಾಗೆ ನೋಡಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀತೇನೆ ಅಂತ. O has a center. OB has a radius. Draw a semicircle. Keep it O as a center like this. I think you cannot see this. Hurry. See, like this I am writing. Stop Manappa. I told no, O has a center, draw a radius. OB has a radius, draw a arc like this. See, it is I written already. Now see, this semicircle is there now. It intersects number line in 2 points. This is one point and this is another point. If we measure this one from O to here and O to this side, you will get that value is equal to 1.4 units with the help of scale. See here, this is positive, no? Therefore, I written plus 1.4 and this is equal to minus 1.4. You draw like this one. This is called as locate root 2 on a number line. Did you get idea? Do it once again. I'll explain once again. Draw a line. Take midpoint from 0 to A. 1 unit, that is equal to 2 centimeter. From A, you measure 90 degree. Draw a line. Then you take OA is equal to OB, that is 1 unit, but in your scale it is 2 centimeter. Similarly, from 1 to 2 units, 1 unit 2 centimeter, 2 to 3 2 centimeter, same measurement this side and that side. Then join OB, then O has a center, OB has a radius, draw a arc, it passing through B and intersect number line in 2 points. This is 1 point and this is another point, and this I showed OB value is root 2 with the help of Pythagoras theorem. This is location of root 2 on a number line. I explained root 2 on a number line. Now I am explaining location of root 3 on a number line. Same, what we did for the root 2, same type I written there. See here, O to A 1 unit, AB 1 unit. Next, after that, I am taking protractor. B has a center, OB. Keep it your protractor on OB line. 90 degree, I am measuring 90 degree. See here this point is there. And join that one. Draw a line that is equal to 90 degree. Next step, take that is equal to, see here 1 unit, same 1 unit I am taking with the help of compass. 1 unit only. From B, draw 1 unit. How much it is? 1 unit. See, this is also 1 unit. This is B, OAB, and see, this is C. Next step, join OC. Join OC. Now, I am taking, see, this is 1 unit. BC is 1 unit, OB is 1 unit, this is equal to 90 degree. Now I am taking triangle OBC. It is also right angle triangle. I am using Pythagoras theorem. See, same thing it is there for root 2, no? I am rubbing that one, I am showing OBC. In triangle OBC, which is angle 90 degree, angle B is 90 degree. Now, which is hypotenuse? See here, B is 90 degree. Opposite to of that one side is OC. It is hypotenuse. Therefore, square of the hypotenuse is equal to Sum of the squares of the other two sides. Other two sides are OB and BC. OB square, BC square. Now I am substituting the value according to is here. OB is equal to root 2 whole square plus BC is equal to 1 square. Next root 2 whole square, that is square and square root gets cancelled, that is 2 plus 1. Here OC square is there. OC square is equal to 3, and writing square root on both the sides, this square and square cancel. OC is equal to root 3. Like this we will get it. Therefore OC is equal to root 3. Next I am locating root 3 on number line. O has a center. OC is radius. Did you get idea? Last time OB radius, no? For the root 2. Now for root 3 OC is radius. I am drawing semicircle on this like this. Okay. O has a center. OC is radius. Draw a semicircle. See here. This semicircle intersect number line this time. See here. Actually value of root 3 is equal to, according to 1 decimal place, 1.7. Therefore see, it is near to root 2. This is minus root 3 and this is equal to plus root 3. I think did you get the construction? This is called locate root 3 on a number line. What I am doing? Like root 2, same what we do for the root 2, I written like that. After that, extra thing is at the point B measure 90 degree. Draw a line. Then B to C. B to C 1 unit. C. Join O to C. Then O to C value is there here, root 3. How I find that one? Then O as a center, OC is a radius. Draw a semicircle that intersect number line in 2 points. That is the value of root 3 on number line. Now locate root 5 on a number line. Same what we did for the root 2 and root 3. Same number line. This is 1 unit. Maybe 2 centimeter, 1 inch you can take it. Now difference is at the point A measure 90 degree. Then it's a 90 degree line. From A you take it 2 centimeter, not 1 centimeter, I mean 2 units. You take it 2 units. This one 2 units. Here this is 1 unit and now I am taking 2 units and draw a line. This is how much it is? 2 units. That means 4 centimeter. Then OAB. Join OB. Join OB. Join OB. Now I will show the value of OB with the help of Pythagoras theorem. What we did for last time. See, in triangle OAB, which angle is 90 degree? Angle A is 90 degree. Then hypotenuse is OB. Square of the hypotenuse is equal to square of other two sides, OA square, AB square, other two sides. Now we will substitute the value. OA is equal to 1 unit, 1 square. AB is equal to 2 square, 2 units. 1 plus 2 square is equal to 4. OB square, OB is equal to, OB square is equal to 5. Then OB is equal to writing square root both side like last time. OB is equal to root 5. See, this is value of root 5. Now, like last time only, root 2, root 3 is there now. O has a center, which is radius. OB is a radius. I think already you understand now. O has a center, OB is a radius. Draw a semicircle on this like this. Get the idea? Now, see in root 2, that semicircle intersect after 1. For root 3, it is nearly 2. Now it come to after 2. See, O has a center, OB is a radius. Draw a semicircle that intersect number line after 2. This value is minus root 2 and this is equal to, this is root 5 and this is equal to plus root 5. Like this, we are locating root 5, root 3, root 5 on a number line. Please do the construction in your notes, and as well as it is first activity. Write on activity 1, representing irrational number on a number line. First one, locate root 2 on a number line, root 3 on a number line, root 5 on a number line. You have to write in the notes as well as activity. Both you are doing. This is first chapter of the lesson, exercise number 1.2 and third problem. Remaining all the notes I given already, copied in the notes, and when I meet you, please show me this one. Thank you.